So let's focus on the hopeful part of the conversation. What are the treatment options? What do people do when they realize, okay, I'm experiencing this. This is a form of scrupulosity.
Yeah.
What's available?
Yeah. I mean, well, the good news is we just published this book, right, by Claritas Publishing House. And so this is a very exciting development in, Muslim mental health literature. We didn't have stuff like this in the past, and alhamdulillah, now we do. And so we just published this book on waswasa, OCD, scrupulosity. And so individuals who, I want to say, have like subclinical elements of OCD, waswasa, or
Can you just define that for us?
yeah, subclinical meaning that it's not overly dysfunctional, meaning that they can go to work, they can go to school, they can do their homework, they can have, relationships with their family members in a reasonably healthy way, but they just take a really long time. Maybe also they take a really long time with prayer. They may have a tendency to kind of repeat a lot. Those people, in mild, cases of clinical OCD, where it takes them some time, on an hour or two total a day, but it doesn't significantly impair their life entirely. These people can perhaps go through the workbook and find a lot of benefit that may curb some of this for them. But the most idealist way of doing this is to do it with support, and to do it with ideally mental health professional who is familiar with OCD and how to work with it, almost a mental health professional that knows about the intersection of these two, and can potentially work with the workbook and help use that as an aid to the psychotherapy and counseling process. If that's not available, now it's more and more available under the online space, but let's say that's not available for some reason or another to somebody, perhaps a chaplain who works with counseling cases, maybe skilled and experienced email, has worked with a lot of cases and is familiar with this stuff, that you could have him help you walk through the workbook together, for example. So these are kind of ways that individuals can work with this stuff and help themselves. But in severe cases, it really absolutely requires professional help. You're not going to be able to just read the book and get over it, or get some sort of communal support. You absolutely need professional help. And even in some cases, you may need psychiatric assistance as well, especially when it becomes very, very severe, because that's when we get into a very clear biological predisposition or biological element to this that may not be all that responsive to psychotherapy, or, sort of learning the appropriate ways of thinking and behaving with regard to OCD. Imagine the compulsion. I feel this compulsion, and the stronger the compulsion, the more, you need to escalate the levels of professional care that you may need.
And so on the back of that, I'm just thinking, firstly, thank you so much for publishing this, but for undertaking research in this area and for training our counselors. So most of our IN counselors now are receiving this training so we can, be in a better position to help the Ummah. Alhamdulillah. Just to close,